biggest threat to your retirement is not inflation, nor low pension or the economy, but the assets you never acquired. Hello and welcome to another enlightening episode on Keys to Generational Wealth, brought to you by Properties Everywhere Limited. I'm Ariola Atunishi, your host, and today we are exploring a question that concerns every working professional, entrepreneur, and family. Can you retire comfortably without owning a property? That's the topic we're talking about today. And to help us unpack this, I have a brother and a leader in the industry joining us today, Mr. Oladipupo Clement. He's a trusted expert in real estate, wealth creation, business growth, and strategy with over 2 decades of experience. Renowned for his insights, is a sought-after conference speaker and the accompanied author of several books, including his bestsellers, Financial Freedom Master Guide, Beyond Land and Houses, Finding What Works for You, Rewrite Your Financial Story, and Just Before You Start That Business. That's so powerful. He champions the crusade for the economic emancipation of the average African through platforms such as Wealth Creation Summit and Mega Housing Summit. He currently serves as the CEO of LifePage in Nigeria and the United States of America. He also co-founded other companies within the agriculture, construction, and software development sectors. Mr. Clement holds an MBA from the prestigious Business School, Netherlands. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation, Mr. Clement. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so we're going to dive straight into the question. And the first question is, can someone truly enjoy a comfortable retirement without owning a home or investment property? Or is real estate still essential for long-term financial security?
Absolutely. It's extremely essential. There are several asset classes, several investment instruments that can help you make money, but there are not many that can help you preserve and sustain wealth, and that's what makes real estate exceptional, an exceptional choice for preserving wealth even long after retirement.
So thank you so much for that. If I get you clearly, you said there are several avenues to generate income, but the best of it all is real estate, because it's going to help you preserve your wealth beyond you. And then, because you're talking about keys to generational wealth, and the question, retirement is something that we have to prepare for. We can't get to 60 now and say that, okay, I want to start planning for retirement. But from what you have said, in a nutshell, real estate is something that would help you preserve that wealth and help you build something that would live beyond you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. So with the rising living cost and inflation, is renting throughout retirement a sustainable strategy, or does property ownership provide a critical financial advantage?
Okay, so the question is renting a strategy one can deploy even after retirement? It's not sustainable.
Okay.
Right. I need to say a few things. First is that I say to people all the time, whether you save, invest, plan for retirement or not, retirement is coming. 10 years is coming. 10 years is too far.
Depending on the age, though.
Well, that's what people who are older now said when they were younger.
Okay.
It's too far. It's too far. It's now so close.
Yeah.
And most people are young right now, saying it's too far. Right. So whether you save or not, whether you invest or not, whether you buy property or not, 5 years will come. And let me say this point blank: houses are not going to get cheaper.
Thank you very much. I keep saying this over and over again.
Properties are not going to get cheaper. The most valuable asset on planet Earth is us in itself. And one of the smartest decisions you can ever make is to acquire property.
The earlier you do, the better for you.
And the earlier you do, the better for you. Again, I say to people, I had my background in investment banking. We went to portfolio management, we went to stockbroking, funds management, investment advisory, and also we played largely in the capital market and the money market. And those are still instruments that are really, really good. But in all sincerity, real estate is a real investment. I pivoted into real estate because it's not just a vehicle that will help you create wealth, make money. It also helps you preserve whatever you have created also. So by all means, leverage other instruments. But if you want long-term wealth, warehouse your investments in real estate, because it always adjusts and always gives you advantage, even in seasons of rising cost of living, like inflation, like we're seeing across the globe. It's not only peculiar to Nigeria, all over the world. Things are really just unfortunate that here in Nigeria, the cost of living is rising far higher than the cost of than the income that is flowing to people. So people's income are not increasing proportionately to the rising cost of living, like what you find in some other parts of the world. So real estate is just changes everything. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for the valuable insight. For me, like you rightly said, real estate changes everything. If you're having all these investments or investing elsewhere and you don't have your investment stock somewhere in real estate, you might not be doing the right thing, because real estate is the only real investment that we know that 50 years, 70 years from now still keeps appreciating, and then you know that, okay, with this, you're able to build generational wealth. So we are going to take it a step further. Should paying off your home before retirement be a priority, or can other investments generate enough income to replace the need for owning property?
Okay, so I have different schools of thought.
Please share.
When we started our real estate business a little over 14 years ago, when we launched out full time, I was of the school of thought that your first house doesn't have to be your dream house, and that still holds true today. However, I've come to something a lot higher in terms of my school of thought. You can be a landlord and be a tenant at the same time. You can be a landlord of a property where you can afford to buy and there are tenants for it. And then you can be a tenant that is in another person's property that is close enough to your place of work. Because mobility is also a currency of freedom. Our taste will never remain the same. It's forever changed, forever adjusting. And it is for that reason, because there's that emotional attachment to this is my house. And I personally believe more investment properties than just buying your own home. Because those houses are immobile, they're immovable, and that automatically means that as long as you own properties and it's generating cash flow, you can fund your living anywhere you choose. So what matters, as far as I'm concerned, at the end of the day, is that you own enough assets that is cash flow producing, that can fund your living regardless of where you choose to stay, anywhere in the world. That's really what matters at the end of the day. Not necessarily living. Yes, it's good to live in your own house, but you can't carry that house if you need to move,
to pay bills or to do other things or to sustain the lifestyle.
Exactly. So you want to focus more, and that's why I tilt more investment properties that you're using it for short lets, or using it for mid-term rentals, or corporate leases, long-term leases, and all of that, and which we can also explore. How do you optimize? My business partner and I wrote this book, Beyond Land and Houses.
I think everyone should read that.
And we broke down a lot of things.
I can't wait.
We shattered the tables. And it was essentially our own response to some of the questions, challenges within the space, the biases that people have. They're not just trying to sell you a property, but trying to sell you freedom. You want you to be able to buy back your time, want you to be able to achieve freedom, time freedom, financial, but you are really not free until you are economically free.
Wow, I love the balanced perspective. And then for me, personal finance is not a one cap fits all.
Absolutely.
And we need to understand that we need to understand what the right strategies are for every situation we find ourselves. So you see, because a lot of times we see people maybe own a country home, and it's not yielding anything. Even in the country home, they cannot even really maintain it.
Yeah.
I mean, we see houses in Ikoyi, different places that they are not well maintained. So why not get a very nice small place for yourself and still rent that out? Put it into shortlet, rent to own, commercial space. In fact, there's this shared apartment that people can do now.
Yeah.
Instead of leaving the investments lying fallow and you're not maintaining it. Thank you so much for the the way you balanced it. So for the average Nigerian or African, what role should real estate play in a retirement plan compared to pensions, stocks, mutual funds, or other investments?
All right, so maybe I'll take it from the angle that each of these instruments or asset class have their merits and demerits. And each one satisfies different objectives. When you talk about stocks, it's more long-term oriented, even though people trade and buy and sell, but it's fraught also with uncommon risk. It's a very volatile market. If you decide to go to the money market where you find treasury bills, bonds, and the rest of them, these are all debt instruments. It gives you some measure of guarantees, but the return are fairly better, way better than what you find with regular savings or fixed deposits. But they generally satisfy short term to mid term, not necessarily long term. The value of your naira in those instruments will be worth less compared to the demand for funds when you eventually retire 20, 30 years from now. But if you juxtapose that against investment in real estate is to an extent illiquid, which is the fundamental risk associated with real estate, which is investment in real estate. So it's not easily converted to cash, particularly in our own client where you have, it's a more cash-based society. In developed nations where there's access to credits, access to mortgage, it's easy to quickly liquidate such assets. It takes some bit of time, but it's a lot faster, easier, and there are many things within the ecosystem that support conversion of such fixed assets into cash. So aside the illiquidity component of the risk that you find with real estate, for an investor, I think it is the best option when you really want to preserve value, because there are three major reasons why people buy to real estate. Three major reasons. Let us talk about what we own is real estate. Real estate itself is land, anything on top of it, up to the airspace, whether crops, building, infrastructure, anything below that land, water, crude oil, precious metal, gas, whatever is underneath,
and everything
is real estate. That is real estate. As I just made it as simple as possible. That is real estate. So why do people then buy real estate? Why do people buy land? Because really the most valuable asset on planet Earth is Earth in itself. Why then do people really buy land? Anybody who sees who have already built some measure of wealth, people like us who have bought, who have acquired tons and tons, and we are still acquiring. We have not finished acquiring, and we are acquiring what other people could have acquired. And some people say, "I will buy it tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow." No problem. You will buy it at a more expensive rate. But why do people generally buy? One, people buy with the intention to build, either to build now or build later. People buy with the intention, number two, to keep as a stock of value, to hedge against inflation and devaluation of currency, like we see here in Nigeria. And then people buy with the intention to sell later, to fund projects, right? Whether it's college education of their children, whether it's business project in the future, but that's even the retirement too, right? You can sell some, keep some, right? Sell some to build some, right? There are different dynamics too that we cover many of those things so an average African who is looking to retire early, safely and rich should not ignore real estate. The beautiful thing about the dynamics and the creativity of our industry is the fact that a number of us have been able to create some degree of flexibility, interest-free purchases,
Products, yeah.
you know, that you can pay over time. And now there are now different institutions now, the government, also the federal government also coming up with different things that
Mortgage packages and all of that.
and all of that. So once you set your mind on this thing, it's very, very doable. And there are places that people cannot afford, but that's where they are waiting to raise the money for. And by the time you now save the money, the value of what you want to buy has shifted base. And then the places that you could have afforded or you could afford at the time, you ignored it. Now you are ready, it's no longer within your reach. So what I normally recommend is start from where you are. Anywhere that is between 30 minutes to 60 minutes drive away from city center is a potential city, right? Because really, let's face it, many of the places that we consider desirable today used to be far.
Bush and all of that.
Used to be bushy. Were all undesirable.
Yeah.
Some people saw the potential, saw what many people couldn't see, and positioned themselves. Now, a lot of people now want to have something there, right? So you want to begin from the one within your pocket size. I think that's the very first point of call. And then prioritize what is going to be increasing in value and cash flow producing. If you have, we share some of the things you can do with vacant lands, for example. If you are buying land,
agriculture,
so many things that you can do. So many things about
at least to generate more
to generate money, and then as it's generating money, the property is appreciating in value. These are all you can have a mix of different real estate assets depending on your objective, depending on your risk appetite, depending on how much time you have to retirement. Because the shorter the time you have to retirement, the higher the risks you are more exposed to, and the more pressure you would want to just do anything. And that's the challenge. So if anybody's watching this podcast right now and you are much younger, you still have 20, 30 years ahead of you. Start with what you have. Start with what you have. Start from where you are and maximize the opportunity that presents you. You know, it reminds me of the story my mentor shared with us one time. He talked about how when Morocco was gathering metamorphosis to Lekki that we know today, said some plots of land were selling for 150,000 naira, so thereabout. And that he got wind of that. And rather than take advantage of it, he just told people that they are selling lands in so and so place. And that months down the line, someone ran at him at a fuel station and said, I just want to thank you. I was in that printing press when you mentioned that some plots of land, and I bought 6 plots.
And he didn't buy.
Listen. And so he said that guy looked at him and said, I know that you would have plenty land. I know you have a lot of it. He said, my mentor said, he said that day he felt like a signpost showing people to the wealthy place and never going there. He said that day he took a decision. He said any opportunity that presents itself, any related opportunity that presents itself, and he has the money or he has access to the money to take advantage, he will do it.
Wow.
So some people are only limited when they don't have the money, whereas they have the access to the money. There are people who have access to interest-free loan in their place of work,
but they're not making the
they're not taking advantage of it.
Some people have access to information about New Lagos or where the people are going now, where the infrastructure is doing well. And
you know, the challenge is this. A lot of people work in corporate Nigeria, for example. You are a junior staff earning 1.2 million. Well, 1.2 million is not junior staff anymore. But somebody who's earning 1.2 million a month, comparing herself or himself with somebody who's earning 30 million a month in the same organization, and you are taking advice of where to buy from somebody.
That's the wrong advice.
So the person will tell you that don't buy all this bush. He will tell you buy Nikoyi that your money cannot
afford.
And that's the mistake a lot of people make. So I see a lot of these things, and I mean, by the grace of God, this is what we also try to do to ensure that, well, because if you know better, you do better. That's pretty much what I can say about that.
Thank you so much. You've said so much, and then for me, what I'll just reiterate to our audience is this: while diversification matters a lot, we talked about mutual funds, stocks, and all of that, real estate still remains like the best form of investment you can make anytime, any day, after development in yourself, real estate investment still remains the best investment, that you can live for generations to come. I mean, my guest that came in earlier, we're talking about why should we do real estate, and he was making reference to, okay, this person did stocks and all of that, and I made him understand that everything is still tied to real estate.
Absolutely.
Because there is nothing you would do, or the offices you have and the companies they are using to do all of that, it's still tied to real estate.
Every business is a real estate business.
Exactly. So why
there
not
is nothing you want to do.
Cemetery, hostel, shotlets, houses.
Show me anything you are doing right now. Is it healthcare?
Is real estate.
Is it hospitality?
Real estate.
Is it banking?
Real estate. Everything.
Is it cloud computing?
You rightly said the meaning. Everything on land, in between and even above it, everything is real estate.
Everything.
Yeah, so it's very important for people to start. When an opportunity is presented to you, start with what you have. Don't look at any land like his bush.
Mm-hmm.
A bush today might become a city tomorrow. And I've seen this happen. A lot of times people have made that mistake. I remember my dad, I always use him as an example, because he was just everything to me. My dad said when he bought his first house, he got his first house when he was 27 years old. There were only like 3 in that place in Surulere. But he saw it, and while other of his friends were still saying, okay, I want to go to Ikoyi, as much as they didn't have that resources, he was able to start with what he has. And he started from Surulere, and even the place we have property in Surulere is even still prime. When you're talking about Surulere, or when you're talking about real estate, Surulere is still prime, especially the likes of Bode Thomas, Adelabura, Ufuile. So imagine if he didn't have the foresight time. Exactly. So he said he started with that, and whilst his friends were still struggling, he had his first property at the age of 27 years old. And I adopted that don't say anything is too small. The first land I bought wasn't because I know that I was going to live there. No. But I just saw this as an opportunity that, okay, maybe my taste is Ikoyi, but my pocket is not Ikoyi. Let me just still start with what I have. And we've made, even within the real estate space, people can diversify.
Absolutely.
You can start with what we call the cashback. You can start with land. We have the farmland. We have titled land. And the good thing is, the farmlands we are doing now, like the Palm City and all of that, I tell people that buying into it means you are enjoying the best of both worlds. Because when you buy the farmland, we'll crop on it for you. You earn money. At the end of the day, this thing, the value, and once the city becomes developed, you can even own it and then stop farming on it, and it becomes your. But people will look at it. No, I don't want to do farmland. Then which one do you want to do?
Do you realize that? I also heard about it when we started our own palm plantation. That the VGC that we know today was a palm plantation.
Yes, it was.
And it got to a point before it was now turned into residential estate. I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was blown away. So
everybody, the people that bought it then, imagine the opportunity. They didn't miss that opportunity. Look at what VGC is going for now.
Turned into now.
So people just need to ensure that they have the information is out there. But what are people doing with the information they have? There's no place that is too far. A bush today will become a city tomorrow. But just start with what you have. Start. Whatever you want to do, you can talk to us. This is what I have. How can I position myself? How can I benefit from real estate? There's also fractional ownership.
Absolutely.
And a whole lot. So to our audience, you don't have any excuse. Start with what you have. So, Mr. Clarence, if you have to give one piece of advice to someone in their 30s or 40s trying to prepare for retirement, would owning property be on your list? Why or why not?
Okay, before I answer that question, let me say something that there is no such thing as far.
Okay.
It's only far relative to where you are coming from. VI is far, depending on where you are coming from. As prime and as good as Victoria Island is far from certain places. They say some places are far from where? Far comparative to where you are coming from. So there's no such thing as far. But there are also other landmarks to watch out for when you are thinking of somewhere too far and all of those things. But time won't permit us to go into that. So to say somebody in their 30s, what would I recommend real estate as one of their? Absolutely, real estate is the And I was glad when you said that earlier, that the most important investment you would ever make is actually in yourself. The next most important investment you would ever make is in other asset classes. And real estate certainly takes the front corner for me. And the reason it's not perfect, it does not only help you create wealth, it also helps you preserve wealth. So it's simple and straightforward. As a matter of fact, I tell people, we are not into real estate because everybody's doing real estate. We are into real estate because it helps us fulfill that purpose. Our company is in the business of making lives richer, and we do so by extending real estate opportunities like this because it helps people. And that's why I'm so glad with what your company is doing. When people have become wealthy, they have options.
True.
Poverty strips you of options.
Exactly.
Poverty limits you. So, if you really want to create wealth, if you don't want to be telling, you want to spend stories in your 50s and in your 60s and in your 70s, take real estate very seriously now. That's what I would say to anybody in their 30s or younger or even older. Whatever point you are,
find yourself, it's never too late. It's when you wake up.
It's when you wake up. That's when your morning starts.
Morning starts. So don't think that because we've said to 30s or 40s, even in your 50s, you can still start with what you have. Yeah, thank you so much. So the best time to prepare for retirement is not when retirement is close. It is when time is still on your side. But even the time on your side is now, once you discover it, once you have the information. This is such an insightful conversation. Thank you so much, Mr. Clement, for sharing such a practical wisdom and valuable perspective with us today. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, to everyone watching, remember this: retirement is not determined by your age. It is determined by your preparation, which is very, very key. And the financial decisions you make today will shape the freedom you enjoy tomorrow. Whether through real estate or other sound investments, don't wait to start building assets that will work for you long after you stop working. If this conversation has added value to you, please like, comment, share this episode with your family, friends, and follow our page for more insightful conversations on how to build wealth that would outlive you. Until next time, thank you for watching and listening. I'm Ariola Atsenishe. Bye.